Hello everyone, I'm Michaela Kathleen, and today I thought I would do the Stay Home Reading Tag, which was created by Ariel Bissett. I will link her original video down below. But this was just a fun, short, little 7-question tag, so I thought it would be a fun one to do real quick. So the first question is, how has reading been going for you since staying at home lately? And actually, right before all this started, I kind of had decided that I was going to slow down on my reading a bit because since starting my channel, I've been reading like a lot, and sometimes it's been almost to the point of making reading a little bit less enjoyable because I feel like I'm trying to rush through books because I keep having goals every month of like what books I want to finish so that I can talk about them in my wrap-ups, etc. And so this month I was like, okay, no pressure. If I only finish one book the whole month, that's fine. And then this happened. But I still kind of stuck to that. I'm not reading as much as I have been since January, so I would say my reading is going quite well. It's a very no pressure reading system that I'm doing for the month, and I'm enjoying getting to do all my reading at home. Question number 2 is, where have you been reading? And I've actually been reading a lot in the office / library. Question 3 is, what is the best book you have read during isolation? And I actually have started a reread of The Inheritance Cycle. I bought the new book, The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm, when it came out, but I had wanted to do a reread before reading it because though I remember the first 2 books quite well, I don't remember the last 2 books as well, and my TBR is so long that I am just now getting around to doing that reread. So the best book that I have read during isolation is Eragon. It has been so nice to read that again. It's been quite a few years since I've read it, so I've really gotten to enjoy this reread since it has been so long, and it's a very comforting book to read right now since it's an old favorite. And yeah, so that has definitely been my most enjoyable read. Question number 4 is, what is your favorite feel-good book? And for this, I don't really have one so much as kind of a category. For feel-good books, I really like to read old fantasy childhood favorites. So Harry Potter, The Inheritance Cycle, Princess Academy, all those lovely old children's fantasy books are just home for me, I would say. Question number 5 is, what book do you wish you could buy or borrow right now? And for this one, there aren't really any that I'm not able to access that I'm really wanting. I have such a long TBR that I really don't need to be shopping for books anyways, so this is kind of a good self-imposed no more buying books for me for a little while. But I did recently purchase through Barnes & Noble online Sarah Urist Green's book, which just came out, You Are an Artist, which I think will be a great book to have right now because it's full of art projects, activities that can keep me busy. Question number 6 is, what author would you like to shout out at this time? And I think I would just like to shout out any authors that I know about that have books coming out this year. I'm sure this is not what they imagined for the publication of their books. So some books that I know that have come out recently or that are coming out soon are, again, Sarah Urist Green's book, You Are an Artist, that just came out, and of course, like I said, it's definitely an excellent option if you have the means to order it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble or through your local bookstore's website if they have one. That would be a great book to have right now because it's full of art projects that can keep you busy. But some other authors that I know that have books coming out soon are Hank Green has the sequel to An Absolutely Remarkable Thing coming out, I think in July. It is called A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor. The first book was awesome, and I expect the second one to be as well. And then also Suzanne Collins has the prequel for The Hunger Games coming out, I think next month, so that's another good one to maybe get online if you can. And the final question, question number 7, is, what is your reading rush TBR? Which the reading rush is a challenge going on right now put on by Ariel Bissett. I don't know the exact challenges. I know the first one is read a book with a house on the cover, and then I think there are like maybe 3 or 4 other challenges to add to your TBR. But I am not much of a binge reader. I'm not much of binge anything. I don't binge watch TV shows or movies or anything either. So the idea of like trying to do a challenge with like 4 specific books to read in a month just isn't really my thing. And also, like I said, I have a mile-long TBR as it is. So I'm not actually participating in the Reading Rush challenge itself. I'm just doing this tag, and over on my Instagram, which I will link below, I'm also doing their little Instagram challenge, which is to take some specific pictures 4 days in a row. The first one was take a picture of your favorite reading spot. There was one that was take a picture outside and take a picture of your bookshelves, and a few other challenges like that. So I'm doing that, but the Reading Rush TBR challenge is just not for me. What I do have coming up on my TBR list is The Hunger Games. I want to reread those before the prequel comes out, so I'm hoping to finish those next month. So yeah, this was the Reading at Home tag. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully you'll do it on your channel. It's a fun little tag to do to keep you busy during this time inside. Thanks for watching. Remember, words matter.